Deadline day. You still haven't completed your work. Instead of completing it, you rather take naps, scroll through your phone, or even watch your favorite show on Netflix. Sound familiar? That's right, procrastination. It's a common theme in all of our lives. Everyone procrastinates. We know it's not the right thing to do, but why do most of us still procrastinate? Well, in today's episode, we're going to take a deep dive into procrastination. Hello, vanakkam, apa khabar, tancha hao? This is Vinod, Simon, and Wei Yong talking to you on the Three Lattes Podcast.
What's up?
And as usual, if you all are fans of this podcast, I hope you guys are. We start with our hot take first, right?
Yes.
So, Simon, your hot take.
Why are we talking like Chinese people?
I don't know, 我不知道.
Anyways, yeah, we're Chinese, right? Okay, my hot take for today. Mint chocolate chip, I feel, is the bomb. Okay, some people say it tastes like toothpaste, but I say it tastes heavenly, like the North and South Pole in my mouth.
I agree. Everybody that says it tastes. Everybody they say it's like toothpaste, right? Y'all never really.
I don't really understand why it tastes like toothpaste. Like we all brush teeth, right? But I taste toothpaste every night and every morning. But it tastes so different.
No, I think they caught in 4K. People that say it tastes like toothpaste have not brushed their teeth. See what I mean? Yeah. Anyway, it's a great hot take, man. I agree.
It's a cold take lah.
For you lah. Didn't brush your teeth, is it?
I brushed twice, bro. Twice.
Okay, my hot take. Y'all stay with me. My hot take is that buttholes don't exist.
Whoa.
Think about it, okay?
Is that?
Think about it. Stay with me, okay? Stay with me. I had a conversation with my friend and we concluded that buttholes are an agenda propagated by capitalists. You see, you cannot feel your butthole, you cannot see your butthole. Like it's your ears. Your ears, you can't feel your ears, and the only way you can see them is if you see in the mirror. You see in the mirror, you still can't see your butthole. It's not there. People are convincing you it's there so that you have an incentive to buy toilet paper. The more toilet paper you buy, the more trees they cut, the more the capitalist people make money.
Then you shit time, you wash what lah?
I'm telling you, it's all in your head. I don't think you shit also.
It's covered by...
Okay.
Funny guy.
Funny.
If y'all want to disprove me, y'all go and see your own butthole. See y'all can see or not.
GG, man.
See what I mean? Yeah. Way out. What's your hot take?
Okay, my hot take. You ready?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Happy birthday.
Wow, thank you,
to
guys.
you.
Guys, it was like last Thursday.
Happy birthday.
Put the clap sound there. Come on, it's your
Oh,
own
okay,
birthday.
clap sound.
Yeah, you must put it.
So I don't clap. I don't clap for my own self.
For all of y'all that are listening, we are recording this on Thursday, 14th October, and 14th October is Simon's birthday.
Hey.
Right.
Yeah.
So if you're listening today, go and wish him a happy belated birthday.
Woo woo. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Leave
Yo.
it in the comments or just DM him lah. Oh, just kidding.
Yeah, my wish is that y'all listen to the freaking podcast. Tune in, share.
Oi, damn aggressive.
Relax, bro.
Blow the candle
Okay.
and make a wish that you guys be listening to the podcast day and night, night and day, in your sleep, in your dreams.
Okay. Segue Okay, we segue to today's episode punya topic. Okay. Procrastination. Alright, so how do you think people procrastinate? Like, what is procrastination?
What is procrastination? That is,
What
I think that's the question that everyone has in their mind. We all procrastinate, but then at the end of the day, we all ask, why we procrastinate?
Yeah, like, what
the heck
is it?
Yeah.
What is it? You all see it on the internet so like a lot of times, and like you see the word procrastination. Sounds like a big word. So what is procrastination? At least what is procrastination to y'all?
Yeah, procrastination means like you want to do something, but in the end you take 5 days to complete it.
Yeah,
a week
man.
to complete it.
Like delaying or something.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah, for me,
bandwidth delay. Ping very low. Ping very high. Ping very high.
I think procrastination is like you have something you need to get done, but instead of doing it, you do something else. And is it procrastination, right? I feel like you're aware of it, then it's procrastination. Like you're aware
Yeah.
that you're not doing what you're supposed to do, then you're
Oh, yeah, yeah.
procrastinating.
Of
I
course,
think
it's
I
our
think
own
you gotta
choice.
know you gotta know that
Mm.
you gotta know that how to say like you sort of like come to terms like in your own mind, you feel it in your body, you know, like I don't
Yeah.
want to do. Then you just like don't do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like not subconscious, but also not fully conscious. It's like semi-conscious. Like you know, but you're still doing it. You kind
Yeah.
of aware of it, but you're procrastinating.
It's true, man.
Right. Yeah. And the thing is, right, like whenever someone says like, oh, I procrastinated or you're procrastinating, we always attach a very negative stigma to it. Although like it's something very wrong and like, it's not something you're supposed to be doing, and it's like, oh, you're in control of it. Like we cannot agree that procrastination is like highly stigmatized. We always attach it to something negatively. Correct? Right?
Yeah.
But I mean, it is negative, isn't it?
I mean, there's one way to look at it, lah. Like, obviously, if you're out to do something, but then you're not doing it, of course, it's a bad thing, right? Like, it's not positive, right? But you procrastinate due to a lot of reasons, and reasons that maybe you're not in control of. There's like, it's not really like, oh, I'm going to procrastinate today. You just end up procrastinating,
Yeah.
right? So there's a deeper root to the problem, I feel. So, let me ask y'all, what do you think are the reasons people procrastinate? Like they know it's wrong, but why do they still do it? Why do people still fall into that trap?
Lazy.
Yeah, that's a
Actually
simple
interesting.
terms.
Interesting.
Yeah, like-
Lazy.
It's as simple as you don't want to do right because you're lazy.
Yeah.
I don't want to do this. I choose to do at the other time because I'm lazy now.
Hey guys,
know.
do you
But then
remember?
like,
Do you guys remember like when we were in public speaking like assignment our public speaking class last time, and then like our
Yeah.
lecturer showed us this TED Talk video about like this guy talking about procrastination, and that in our mind we have the driver, and then but we also
Mhm.
have the monkey.
yes. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, that one. So the monkey is the procrastination basically.
But I think when you say lazy, right? I think lazy is an oversimplification.
True.
Okay.
It's an oversimplification. Okay, you say you procrastinate because you're lazy. And then let me ask you this: why are you lazy? Why?
Good question.
Correct. Why? Because and it's okay because like
It's like reason
whenever
behind
we tell,
every procrastination, like sort of like action or motive.
yeah, like when people call you lazy, you don't like it because because inside your heart you know that you're not actually lazy. There's a reason to it. People just call it lazy because it's so simple to say. It's one word, right? Just say, oh, why you not doing it? You're procrastinating. Why? Oh, I'm lazy. Then it's very simple. But when people call you a lazy person, you don't like it because you know in your heart that it's not true. I'm not really lazy. I want to do it, but I just can't bring myself to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, lazy. Why are you lazy? Like why are you lazy, and why is it so simple to just label procrastination as something lazy people do?
I find it funny how you ask that question to us, because we are all lazy people. So like I'm in my
Correct.
head just thinking right now like
Correct.
how the
I
heck
think
am I supposed to respond to this?
we have
Okay
to
lah,
look
okay,
into
okay.
ourselves.
Okay. I think right. Talking about lazy. I'm lazy because I don't want to put in the effort to do that specific task. I don't want to, because I don't want to say like it's like that lah. Like you don't want to use your energy to do a specific task.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
That's why I'm lazy.
I think lately for me there's something that I sort of resonate with I wouldn't say laziness, but it's like sort of like okay, maybe it's sort of I guess procrastination / laziness, but it's also like knowing, but I guess I'm also like blending it together with like laziness lah. But it's like knowing how much effort you need to put in for like a specific task or job. Because there's there's the saying that always we have to give our everything, we have to give our best for everything that we do, right, and all these things. But then
Yeah.
there's also the phrase saying like, oh, we have to work smart, not work hard, you know. So my idea is always that, let's say like for simpler tasks, right, like let's say when it comes to video editing, okay, when it's like a very simple task, do I need to go, for example, like we have Premiere with After Effects and all these things. Do I need to go to the extent of using After Effects just for a simple video, just for a simple like promotional post or whatever? Or can I just like, cut some slack out of it and then just use Premiere and just get away with it? But at the end of the day also, I still do question myself like, but then it doesn't look as good. But then I don't want to put too much effort, something like that. Because I'm lazy to go through all that and then want to go and like blend things together and do more animations when it's just for a simple thing. So I guess it's quite synonymous with like how to say, like like laziness sometimes also can be like sort of put together in a way with it's like you wanna do something like well, but you feel like it doesn't need that kind of effort, then you're just lazy to do something like that,
Yeah, you kind of put it off because it's something that doesn't necessarily challenge you, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Okay. For me, like, I used to be that kind of person who, like, someone was to say, oh, you're like, even I'm very harsh on myself. Like, when I find out that I'm procrastinating, sometimes my assignments or my work that I have to do are right in front of my laptop. I'm looking at it, but I'm not doing anything about it. Instead, I use my phone. I go through my phone.
Some people just
Bro.
stand to the
Yeah.
I
play
stand
games, I
remember when we
space.
do assignment.
Yeah, we talk about like whenever I get on call with my friends to do our assignments together, we always end up talking about something else.
other than
Hey,
the
I remember
assignment.
we were talking. After that, I
Yeah.
asked you, hey, you write there the paragraph. No, I thought we talked for like 15, 20 minutes in there. You still there.
Yeah, like, and but that's not, and that's when I realized it's not really laziness for me, because I realized, like, when I do actually do my work, I don't slack, I complete it. When I put my mind to it, I do it. But the reason why I procrastinate is because I don't put my mind to it. And this is where I start to ask myself why it's right there, it's there to do, it's not challenging, but you can still do it. It's so easy to do. Have you all ever like submitted an assignment or a work deadline, like you rush it and then you feel so stressed, but then when you're doing it, it's like, oh man, I could have done this in like 10 minutes, I could have done this like so long ago, save myself all this trouble. Have you ever felt that way?
Yeah, in a way, yeah. That I
So-
can resonate with that.
Yeah, so like I always ask myself why, and then I realized that maybe I'm procrastinating because of anxiety. Anxiety. You know why? Because I have this fear of like I have this fear of failing.
Yeah, I think we all can resonate with the fear of failing, because like I don't know, like it's just like when we are in that kind of like area of where like we know that we procrastinate all these things, right? Then we sort of like come to terms with it, but at the same time like we all like I don't want to fail but then like we really procrastinated, so but then like I don't know really how to put it, like it's quite as simple as it can sound. It's actually quite a hard thing to sort of like
It's very hard
describe,
to it's very hard to put into words, because like when I keep like prying myself, why am I procrastinating, I realize that, oh, I don't want to start this work because I realize that I don't want to do I don't want to do it badly. It's almost like, oh, like you can't like you can't do your assignment or your work badly if you just don't do it.
yeah
Get what I mean?
yeah
Like you can't do something terrible. You can't fail at something if you never tried in the first place. Get what I mean?
true.
So when I procrastinate, it's like subconsciously, it's like I'm afraid of doing it. I'm afraid of failing. I'm afraid of starting it, because what if I do it badly? And sometimes I procrastinate more when I realize that this task I have to do is super challenging. Because once I start doing it, I know I'm going to be stressed. I know I'm going again, the fear of failure is going to set in. The stress that is so hard. I know it's going to be time consuming. I know it's going to be energy consuming. I know it's going to be hard. So in my head, I'm like, I can't deal with that right now. So I'm going to just do something else. I'm going to just procrastinate.
You do know that there are some people who will be listening to the podcast and then they'll just be like, look at these three boys. They're just procrastinators trying to trying
Justify
to
themselves.
justify
Yeah.
themselves of why they're procrastinating.
Yeah, but it's important, right? Like all of us procrastinate. Like everyone that listens to it, I'm pretty sure y'all have procrastinated at some point.
I
We
doubt
can't-
that there's
Mm.
anybody who has never procrastinated.
Correct. So, like, that's why I say, like, when people stigmatize it as like something so negative, it's like, why do people do it anyway? That's the reason, right? And for
Okay,
me,
I think
mm,
I know. Like, I think, like you said just now,
mm,
your task might be challenging, or your task requires effort.
mhm.
But there's always an easy way out of things. which is
Yeah, so we
procrastinate lah.
all want to find the easy way out.
We all
right?
want to find the easy way out. We just don't want to go through the the road of doing something, right? The path of like actually doing something, challenging yourself. Or
Yeah.
So we find the easy way out of procrastinate. Lor.
Indeed.
Because
True.
we are comfortable. We want to, I think we humans, we like comfort, right? We always want
Yeah.
to stay in our own comfort zone, and we don't want to. I mean, it's humans lah. We don't want to go out. We don't like changes and all. So it's like choose an easy way out, and the easy way is procrastinate. That's for me lah. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
True.
Correct. But I think that's why we wanted to talk about this, because like I feel like a lot of people are very ashamed to admit that they procrastinate because they think, or people think you're lazy, because it's so easy to call it lazy, right? It's so easy, but some people don't realize that like laziness has its roots. It's not just because like someone is just born lazy. It's because there's a reason why they set things, like they don't do things, like they procrastinate, they put things off, right? And sometimes people procrastinate because they don't have the mental capacity to deal with the task at hand.
I feel at the end of the day, right, procrastination and laziness, I think I might just be repeating something that we were talking about just now. It's basically the lack of drive, the lack of
Yeah.
motivation to want to do something, the lack of that passion to press on to do a certain task or a given job. That's why we procrastinate, because we are like, let's say because we rather like maybe churn out a few more episodes of our favorite Korean drama, or our another few more episodes
I
of
don't
Friends. or
I don't
The
know how
Office.
y'all do K-drama.
We
man.
we
then-
just want to relax lah.
Yeah, we just want to any human in life, right? We want to work for what? If we can do anything for free and get money still, right? Yeah, I mean that's the dream, right? But life ain't that easy, and life will never be easy. So in the end of at the end of the day, is basically like our drive to basically do a certain thing and to do a certain.
But that's the
task
thing.
job.
Like you say, like procrastination maybe comes from the lack of drive. But why do you think people lack the drive? See
Maybe
what I
because
mean?
they don't. Maybe
Like-
they don't like to do it, or maybe there's not.
No, for
something that
instance,
they wanna
okay,
do.
let's talk about the pandemic, right? You see the pandemic, a lot of people were like, oh, I feel more, I feel less driven, I feel less motivated. Because we're living in a pandemic, of course you're less driven,
Yeah.
of course you're less motivated.
I definitely
It's
resonate
depressing.
with that, because there's so many times when I just like I tell myself every time, I'm just like, wow, I really like when I want to, like, for example, I want to write a song, or like I want to like start producing something, right? I'm just like, I cannot really. I want to start writing also, I cannot. And then I start to contemplate and like look back at my past weeks and months. I'm like, crap, I didn't write anything, man. I haven't produced anything. But I don't want to do it, because I feel like if I don't have the drive to do it, I don't want to do it. I don't need to be a like waste of time, and then I'll
Yeah.
just like demotivate myself. But there's also a sayings like how say, no matter what, you still gotta push through. Like at the end of the day, you still gotta like just drive through the dry patch to get
Yeah.
to the wet patch.
What? What? Wet patch?
Yeah, man. The place.
Cut
you-
it off.
The place. you-
What is wet patch?
What is a wet patch?
It's okay. You guys know what it means.
Yes, I'm describing. Okay, everybody recognizes, dry patch as, you lack inspiration or this thing. The wet patch is the place where creativity strives,
Jesus.
where the
okay.
juice is present.
Desert. It's a dry patch. Wet
I've
patch.
never heard
Wet
anyone
patch is
put
like
it that
the
way.
oasis.
Yeah, the oasis in the
Where
dry
life-
desert.
Oasis.
Guys, where are we
You
going
laugh
at?
for
I don't know, Dee, your analogy is damn funny.
Hilarious. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Like the lack of drive comes from basically the environment we're in. It's depressing sometimes, you know, like something a traumatic let's say something traumatic happens to you. You're gonna lose the drive. You're gonna lose the sense of drive. You're gonna lose the sense of motivation because it's traumatic. You're not gonna be 100% when bad things happen to you. So when bad things happen to you, you lose motivation, you lose drive, and you lose drive. What you do? You procrastinate.
Procrastinate. But I tell you also, sometimes procrastination. Like I mean, we are looking at one part of it. There's procrastination has so many if this was a mind map, I think you have so many broken down lines. But
I think of it as an onion. You peel off.
Yeah. There's so many layers to it. But I feel like procrastination also to many, right? Like I know it's like I said, to many it might be just like a lack of drive and lack of passion. But to be honest, I think most of us, to be honest, be very frank with you, I think mostly it's just we place procrastination as an excuse to not do something at all. Yeah, literally.
But that's the thing, right? That's the thing. Why is that like you keep asking the why, then you keep peeling the layers, right? You tend to find something like
Wait.
like a real problem.
I think I want to clarify a bit. I don't think procrastination is an excuse. Procrastinate is the result
of an excuse.
Excuse is other stuff. Excuse you have.
Yeah.
You are less driven. You are less motivated because of what? Because COVID. Or because suddenly I got things to
There's
do.
always something to say about it, man.
Yeah. It's like
Today too hot. Today raining.
This kind, that's an excuse. And that will lead to procrastination.
I got headache. I cannot.
I got headache. Today I don't feel like it lah. Okay lah. Do tomorrow lah. Like that gone lah. That's like excuse leads to procrastination. Yeah.
But has there ever been a time where like you procrastinated and it helped you? For me it has, you know. I'm not saying I'm not saying I do it to help me, but sometimes I realize I do take away some positive things when I end up procrastinating. Like for instance, I have a heavy task like I think like a couple months ago I had like a heavy task that I needed to complete on time. But I just couldn't come around to like really start doing it. I do it in patches instead of doing it like one shot. I do it in patches. And I realized that because I did it that way, like I procrastinated in between and all that, the end product of it was not bad. My task was completed on time. The quality was all good. And I felt good about it because I didn't stress myself out.
Bro, I
didn't push myself to the point where like oh my god, screw this. Because I took my time to do it. And how I took my time is I ended up procrastinating.
I think it's not procrastinating lah. Maybe I think like how I look at your situation is like it's just you did proper planning.
Take one step at a time.
I didn't plan. Honestly, that's why I'm saying I procrastinated is because I didn't plan. For me, my time like context. I had a week to do this, right? And my plan was to work on it every day, and then on the 7th day I submit. Right, like a consistent. But because that was my idea, now every day I wake up, I have something to do, and it stresses me out. So some days I put it off. And it's not a conscious decision. That's why I say I procrastinated. It wasn't a conscious decision. I didn't say, today I'm not going to do. It's an off day. Tomorrow I do. No, for me, day 1, I did something. Day 2, I wanted to do it, but I was like, I can't do it. Like I'm just on my phone scrolling through like Instagram or listening to music or like watching my shows and all that. And I realized I procrastinated, but it kind of took my mind off things and it kind of eased the stress of the task at hand. And in the end, it helped me lah. I also understand how it's dangerous. Because for me, I'm glad that I had a self-control to say, okay, today I have to really be disciplined. But if you don't have that discipline, procrastination can really lead to like a lot of problems. But I'm just saying there has been times where because you procrastinated, the stress alleviates and it kind of works for you in the end. But you also have to have some form of self-discipline lah.
But
I feel.
Guys, like, you know, I'm still so like amazed by how people who like procrastinate and then like, you know, when they start working on the task at hand, like on the very last minute, and they can get it done like so quickly. It's amazing.
And they can do it really well.
And some people, I mean, not a lot of people lah, but some people can do it really well lah. I mean, yeah, but it just amazes me. Maybe it's because of like the fact that you know that you seriously have to get this done. So like you just like churn yourself out. So your brain goes into like, instead of taking it like one step at a time, let your brain sort of like simmer over to this one, and then you do it bit by bit.
Yeah.
You sort of like just put your brain into overdrive mode. Just squeeze out as much juice as you can. Like just instead of like fueling like petrol 95, you're fueling petrol like 100.
I guess there's like two different type of people though. Like, there's like a type of people where, like for me, like if possible, I need to take like one step at a time. Like do in advance if possible. Then you got other people, it's like what you said. All they need is just that short period of time and just full 100% everything.
I call those people high functioning procrastinators.
Oh man, high functioning HFP, man, that should be.
So it depends
HFP,
on like
that should be an acronym,
which type of people.
HFP.
I mean, so Wei Yong, you're saying like everybody has their own pace and it's okay to follow your pace, right?
Yeah, I think it's healthy to do that, to be honest. But sometimes it's also good to push yourself, but not every time, otherwise you'll just be overworked.
Correct. Like yeah. I mean, when you're aware that you're procrastinating, it always goes to, oh my god, I have to push myself over this. I have to discipline myself to bring myself back to the task at hand. You always have to push through it, right?
Remember our individual assignment like last week? Was it last week?
It was last week.
Yeah, last week. Remember, we had to submit on Sunday.
Yeah,
we have to watch movie.
Yeah. Basically, we had to do a movie. Yeah, basically we had to do a movie analysis. So we had to watch the movie and write an analysis.
And edit. So like there are 4 parts to this assignment. Then remember we planned out like, okay, which day do what, and even if we planned out, it's very quite tight already.
Right.
And then one of the days we procrastinated. We said tomorrow do lah.
Yeah.
But then the next
be fair,
day
we didn't procrastinate. We had some things to do, both of us, and we ended up being tired.
Then we delay ma.
Then we procrastinated.
Because by right we shouldn't delay if we follow the plan, but we delay.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then we delay already.
Yeah.
Then I remember we also wanted to delay also that day. We also wanted to delay already. But then we tell ourselves cannot. If we delay one more day, we die already. Really cannot submit. Can't do in time already. So it's like there's an example like where we actually really say, okay, it's time. Tell yourself we cannot delay anymore and we need to do it now.
Discipline law. We discipline ourselves law. Yeah.
That's it's an example that we just recently like been through.
I mean, just to like sort of quote what like that guy from TED Talk said, right? Like, I mean, procrastination, at the end of the day, procrastination is the monkey in our brain. We have the main driver and we have the monkey who is the procrastinator who comes in and tells us that it's okay to just maybe wait a little longer, to do a little bit more, to, continue playing a bit more of your games, PUBG, is that still a thing? Fortnite, Call of Duty, watch that Squid Game.
Squid Game.
Squid.
Sotong game.
Sotong game. Sotong permainan.
Permainan sotong day.
Permainan. Oh Lord, please don't let the comments shoot me down.
GG.
But in the end, right? Okay, you won't get anything done, and when you don't get anything done, the monkey wins and gets what and it gets what it wants. You're not doing anything, and then in the end, when the monkey get what it wants, we start to feel bad for ourselves. It starts channeling to our other parts of like our emotion.
Dominoes effect.
Yeah, it's like a domino effect. If the monkey manages to get what it wants, then we start to blame ourselves. We start to like be too hard on ourselves or all these things.
We load ourselves.
Yeah.
For me, it's just like, I think that's right. For me, it's also like I said, like people, we procrastinate because of XYZ, lot of problems, right? A lot of issues and lack of drive, like anxiety, or just some people are just plain lazy lah. Okay, some people are just lazy. I've seen that for myself also. But it's also And I also said that there's been a time where procrastination has helped me because it set my mind right. It gave me the time to understand myself and know that I don't have to like put myself through stress every day to complete a task. That's not the right way to do it. That's not an efficient way to do it. But it's also been a point where Wei Yong said where because I procrastinated, it stressed me out at the end of it, right? So I think it's important to discern the difference between procrastinating and actually taking care of yourself. Where you consciously take time off your task to take care of yourself, look after yourself, and de-stress. You have to discern. You have to differentiate.
Yeah. We gotta
You have
know,
to
like,
differentiate.
yeah, but
Yeah, you have to differentiate.
but just want to just put it out there. Also, I think we should have started out with this. Procrastination, Merriam-Webster dictionary, basically says is to put off intentionally or habitually, or to put off intentionally the doing of something that should be done. So
Yeah.
basically, not doing what you want to do, lah.
You our research man. Last episode went to Harvard EDU.
Actually,
This
right,
episode went to
like-
Webster.
Facts, right.
Well, what Simon said, right? The meaning is just delaying or postponing. Like,
Yeah,
Mhm.
like
It
what I
doesn't
said
mean
at the
it have to be
beginning,
bad.
right? It's like you play game and your
Yeah.
ping too high.
right now,
Yeah, it doesn't have
it's
to be
like-
bad.
It doesn't
Yeah.
have to be bad. It's just you're delaying. You can delay because you want to rest, right?
Yeah, but you gotta
and you
know
also can
when you
delay
gotta.
because you don't.
Sorry to
Yeah.
say this word, but you gotta know when you gotta get your shit done. You know?
But that's the
Yeah.
thing. That's why we want to destigmatize procrastination just a
Yeah.
little bit, because whenever you say procrastinate, all of us are, oh, this guy lazy, or this girl
Correct,
lazy, or
Mm.
such a very bad thing to do. They kind of, and then when people hear these things, you kind of look at yourself like, am I really lazy? Like, am I really that lazy?
Or like,
really
am I
that
working
bad?
as hard enough as what other as other
Correct.
people?
Am I working hard enough? Is the standard that I have to drive myself crazy every time to do something? Is that the standard? Is that what they're looking for? Or do they want... You get what I mean? Like, it comes to the point where ask yourself, do I have to drive myself crazy to complete my task? Is that an efficient way to do it?
Like what Wei
Do I
Yong said
burn
also like
myself
just now
out?
lah. Like everybody at his own pace lah. Did Wei Yong say that? I
Yeah.
think Wei Yong said that.
Yeah, he
Everybody
said
at
that.
his
Yeah,
own-
he said.
everyone at his
Wei
own
Yong
pace.
dropping knowledge bombs.
dropping down.
But yeah, like I said again, we have to destigmatize it because procrastination has made us all ask ourselves the same exact question that that Simon said just now. Are we working hard enough? Maybe you are, but for some people, the way we work hard is different. Or some people working hard is 24/7, all on, intense, all the time. Or some people working hard is you give yourself a window of you give yourself 5 hours a day to work, and the 5 hours you go all out, and then you take like 21 hours the rest of the day to chill. That's healthy. That's a balance. That's why I want to echo on what I said. You can procrastinate, it's fine, but you also have to find a balance where you have to find a discipline to do your work.
At the end of the day, find a way that works for you lah. Huh?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
You have
that's
to
the
you have to
important
discern between procrastinating and taking some time off. You have to know the difference.
thing. Yeah.
And speaking on that, all of us have procrastinated. All of us have been
Guilty as
aware that we are
charged.
procrastinating. How do we get out of that trap? How do we, what are the things we can do to avoid procrastinating?
Okay, to those people who are tuning in from YouTube or IGTV, you see this thing, put it down, put it away from
Cannot
you.
see this blur.
You see this? You see this?
His
No,
camera. Can see.
you see this? Put this down and put it far away from you and complete your task.
For
Yeah.
people that are on Spotify and Spotify and
Yeah,
Apple Podcasts, he's
you're
pointing
seeing
to
my
his
phone.
If you cannot see, it's phone lah.
He's saying,
See
put down
my
your phone.
So
Yeah,
the
put
thing
down
that
your
I'm
phone.
showing is my phone. Okay, you put it on your table, put it far away from you, lock it in a closet, put a key, set a timer, whatever. Just put it away from you, because to be honest, my gosh, the phone is such a tool of distraction. I have to be very honest with you. Such a distraction. Can you imagine how much things we actually can get done when we don't have our phones with us?
It kind of scares me, honestly,
Yeah.
to think of that.
Just take into for example, the time when macam like this is sequel to from the last episode. The time when Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp like broke down, right? I bet you lah, most of us did not know what to do, and most of us are just randomly or like aimlessly scrolling our phone when we
Yeah.
could maybe be doing something else, maybe like research something, or maybe research, or read up a book that you've been wanting to read, or find out something that you've been wanting to find out, or like work on a skill or something like that, you know, instead of just like scrolling on your phone. It's just wasting time, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, like the phone is basically just remove anything that could be a distraction for you.
Yeah.
Anything that could be a distraction for you.
Or
I think, yes. Mhm.
if you need to work with your phone lah,
Okay.
it's important for you to write a schedule and try to be disciplined enough to stick to it. The more things you have on your list, you may feel more obligated and more drive to maybe do it, and it can be pretty satisfying lah when you can check off the list, okay? But then,
Mhm.
of course, stay away from distractions, stay away from your phone, or like if you need to use your phone, like what I said just now, just set it to do not disturb, or maybe like get like an app or something that can lock certain things when you know that you need to you have to put in the effort if you want to stop procrastinating, in order to stop procrastinating.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like a paradox.
I know, right?
You cannot procrastinate to not procrastinate.
Yeah. Oh my god.
How about you, Wei Yong? What do you do? Or like what do you think people should do?
I think proper planning lah. Like
Yeah.
like just now, like I give the example of the assignment.
Give your
You
A
know
game.
when is the due date. You like even if it's the work, you know when is the deadline. Like you're supposed to hand up this task or this thing, right? And then you set up, you do it properly, or like you plan like, okay, which day you need to do this, which day you need to do that. And if you are a person that can overnight settle everything, then you plan that way lah. If you are a person that you don't have you cannot, you know that you're gonna procrastinate, then you have to set a plan where you have to start the task early, so that even if you procrastinate in the middle of your doing, right, you still have space to breathe. But I think it all comes down to taking the first step lah. Like I remember we talked about it in the first episode. Do an assignment. First step, open Word document. If we never open, we're never gonna start.
Yes.
Correct.
Just set it.
Yeah.
Like you see, this is what I always do. I like how Wei Yong like pointed it out, because every time when like a lecturer last time like would give us like assignments, right, I would just open a Word doc. I'll write the title. I'll write whatever information that I feel that I need to write my student ID, my whatever, my table of content. Okay, I will just write first. I name the file and I put it away, just so that I know that when I need to come back to it, it's there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
Like you want to edit video, open your Premiere Pro first.
Yeah, just
set your project.
Yeah,
open
just
your project
prepare
file
it,
first.
just prepare.
Take the first step. Take the
Yeah.
first step.
It's always
the very
the
first thing
first
to do.
step. You know, like what
Correct,
Jordan
and-
Sparks says, take one
correct.
step at a time.
And the other thing is think about the consequences.
Yeah.
What will happen
Okay.
if you,
Wei Yong,
what will
my
happen
gosh.
if you procrastinate, right?
Wei Yong talking about
if
consequences.
if like for us, we college students, we procrastinate. If we didn't submit an assignment in time, we're gonna lose marks. And if we like get bad grades, right, and because of this, we might even need to retake the subject, and it's like another sem wasted.
But some
Just
people
to-
they procrastinate from like daily things, you know. Like sometimes I procrastinate cooking. Like I know I have to cook,
Yeah.
but then like I know I have to prep, but then I'm like I'm so lazy.
Then that
Or, like,
means you
I have
won't get
other
to
things
eat though, like in like that time lah,
Correct, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, like-
There's
incentivize lah.
always
Incentivize lah.
like what Wei Yong said,
Correct.
there's always a consequence to your procrastination.
Yeah.
Alright. If
Yeah.
you don't get it done, it won't get
yeah.
done. Then it will
You
affect
give-
My
other
man
think
things.
yourself
also.
imparting wisdom, man. She's on fire. Woo.
Right, yeah. So think about consequences. Like if you don't get it done, what will happen? If you don't hand in your certain work task, what will happen? Maybe your boss won't be happy with you. Maybe something will happen. You know, bad lah. Maybe something
you
bad
might
will
be
happen.
fired. Oh no.
Right. Maybe
Yes,
right. It might
yeah.
happen also.
Yeah.
So just
Hashtag
maybe think
unemployment.
about it.
Hashtag
Yeah.
unemployed.
Then
hire me.
that might motivate you to say, okay. I might lose my job. I might have to do this subject again. Then it might motivate you to start doing it. I think that's how I see it lah. I don't know about different people, but that's the way I see it.
I think that's like, I think what you said is like a very general but also very important thing to do is to always come back to the reason you're doing it.
Yeah.
Always come back to the reason you're doing it. If you think there's something you want to do and you're putting it off, and you know that you're putting it off, you ask yourself why. You go back to, okay, why do I actually have to do it? Why do I have to cook? Why do I have to submit the assignment? Why do I have to submit my work at this time? Why? Because if I don't submit my work, I might get fired. If I don't do my assignment, I might not get marked. If I don't cook, I won't eat. And then you automatically be like, oh, okay, no, shit, that can't happen.
Yeah.
I gotta do what I have to do, right?
Everything's got a reason.
Kamdi, the singer.
His birthday lah, let him sing lah.
okay lah, sing lah. Sorry.
Okay, continue.
But yeah, always try to like find the incentive to do your task. And I think the other thing, also like you said, like remove all distractions. Whether it's your phone or your laptop or some people have their TV in their room, you know, and maybe it could be a distraction. Are you laughing because you have, right?
Yeah, that's why. I thought like talking about me, you know.
No lah, generally lah, a lot of people have TV in their room and maybe a source of distraction. So like, try to, you know, have that self-discipline. And I think echoing on what Wei Yong and Simon said, always plan.
Yeah.
Make a plan. Have a game plan so that you don't stress yourself out. Most of us we procrastinate because we don't have a game plan. Then we procrastinate. Then at the end of the day, we rush things to do and then we get stressed.
Yeah.
But if you have a game plan where you say, okay, I do 20% today, I do 10% next day, I do 10% the next day. You plan everything out, then you won't even procrastinate because you don't need to. You already set yourself, you already segregate, you already delegate your schedule.
Correct.
So you don't have a reason to procrastinate. If you procrastinate after that, then you're lazy.
I just want to add on like just one more last thing, like, you know, a way of, let's say if you can't get over your procrastination, a way is actually to set your mind straight. And maybe some of us, we need a bit of a hard reset. So let's say if we need that reset button, right, do something else. Maybe you can go for a run. Go and do a hobby that you like, whether it be I don't know, suddenly fishing come into my head. Play football, play basketball, take photos, play music, play that guitar.
Start a podcast.
Yeah, start a podcast.
Podcast.
You need that reset in order for you so that you can go back with a straight mind and with a clear conscience of what you need to do, and and that you need to do it right, you know. And to echo it once again, just like what I said just now, bottom line is, we all need to be dedicated enough to not want to procrastinate in order for us to not procrastinate.
Yeah, the key word is discipline.
Yeah.
And I know it's hard lah. Like I said, every one of us procrastinate. All of us know it's wrong. But like, why do we still do it? Well, these are the reasons, and lack of drive. For me, maybe some people out there can resonate. The anxiety of starting something and like being scared and the fear and all that will come into play.
Or the anxiety of just like completing sometimes also.
Correct. So one way to get over it, like I said just now, is to find incentives, try to get discipline, try to think of
set a reward system, man. My gosh, that'll be fun.
Have like a positive reinforcement.
Yeah.
You know, like reward yourself. Always say that, okay, when I'm finally done with this, I can take myself out for a steak dinner.
Yeah.
Now you have an incentive.
Or like for those people who are rich enough, you know, you can be like, oh, okay, if I get this task done and it's a really hard task, okay, I'm gonna get myself like what, AirPods Pro, or the next
my
phone.
reward is I can lie down on my bed and scroll TikTok.
Amen. Okay.
It's already a
No,
win.
That's
fair.
done.
No, that's
That's
honestly fair.
fair. That's
Honestly fair. Like all of us have shows to watch, but then we don't watch because we have things to do. So
Yeah.
you can say, once I finish my things to do, and then I'll watch my Netflix.
Yeah.
That's my reward.
Yeah.
That's my reward.
I think
So
procrastination
always-
procrastination is very relatable lah. From one man to another girl to another man who's not a man to a girl. Whatever.
the hell?
I mean, okay, all I'm just saying that procrastination is not a new thing, and we all can definitely relate to it.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a
And-
struggle, and we feel whatever that you guys are going through because it's such a common thing, and it's we are all in this together. High school.
Why now we repeat like what are some of the points that we talked about just now on how to avoid procrastination so that the listeners can like
You want to summarize, bro? I
You
take
summarize
it over,
lah.
man.
You
Wei Yong,
summarize,
it.
you summarize.
Okay, you know what? I'll just
Okay.
summarize. I think I remember a few, okay? So, number
Okay,
one
go for
is,
it.
of course, you see this thing? Okay, it's my phone.
Phone.
Put it
Okay,
aside. Okay, put it
First
aside
point.
far away from you. Keep it in your closet or whatever, okay? Or if you
Yeah.
need to use your phone, maybe just get an app or something that can lock other apps like your socials, YouTube or TikTok or whatever. If you need to use your phone to maybe make calls or something like that, try to not touch all the things that like social medias, and because they actually are great distraction as well. You know, maybe disable notifications and stuff like that. It has to be an effort. You have to make the effort to not want to procrastinate. Then only it will help you to not procrastinate. I feel like I keep repeating this, you know, but it makes so much sense.
Okay, never mind. Put
Yeah.
effort
Yeah.
as second point.
Yeah, and then also you know, if you need a hard reset, you know, go for a workout, go for a run. You know, you need the endorphins, you know, the happy cells. I don't know what they call it, and you know, or set up a reward system for yourself. I feel reward systems are very important, and inclusive in all that reward system and everything like that, right? Set a schedule and a task list for yourself, a to-do list for yourself. And at the end of the day, when you complete it, I tell you what, guys, when you finally finish the task, right, and you check it off your list, you suddenly feel this sort of like achievement that you've completed. Because that's what I've been doing lately, you know. And like, when I check it off, right, I'm just like, whoa, I finished the task. Because I have like a lot
Yeah.
of tasks to finish, and I'm like, whoa, I finished the task. Now I don't have to think about it anymore, you know, something like
What
that.
a
you know.
productive day.
Yeah, what a productive day. You
Yeah.
feel so like accomplished, a sense of accomplishment.
You feel reward.
Yeah,
you
you
feel
feel
rewarded.
rewarded.
It's a
And you can
rewarding
reward
feeling.
yourself. Maybe go get an ice cream. Go get a great meal. Go get satay, burger, ramli.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
get the good stuff, man.
I think that's true lah. Like just to repeat again, but in a shorter way. First thing, put the effort to discipline yourself.
Yeah.
Second, find an incentive to complete your task. Third, positive reinforcement. Reward yourself when you're done, so that you know next time, or if I don't procrastinate, I can get rewarded. So yeah,
Word on that.
and yeah. So just to wrap it all up, procrastination, of course, is a bad thing, but it's also important to not feel guilty about it, because the
Don't be
more
so
guilty
hard on
you
yourself.
feel, yeah, don't be so hard on yourself. If you feel like you're procrastinating, it's okay. You go again. You try again. You say, okay, discipline yourself. Say, okay, let's stop doing this. Let me try to get back on my work. Like the things we said just now. Try to find a positive reinforcement. Try to
Yeah.
get the discipline. But most importantly, don't feel bad. All of us do it. All of us can relate. You know, it's not
Yeah.
it's not the end
Yeah.
all. You know, just because you procrastinate today doesn't mean the world is gonna end.
Tomorrow is a new
know.
day.
Tomorrow's
yeah,
a new day.
tomorrow's
Every
a new
day is a
day.
new day, guys. Come on, man.
Do not procrastinate.
Don't
We
be
be like
afraid
church.
to start
Every day is a new
fresh.
day. Come on, man.
Yeah, don't be afraid to start fresh, and yeah, don't feel guilty about procrastinating. All of us do it. Just be disciplined and find the drive to break the pattern.
Oh, and lastly, maybe
So many
have-
lastly.
Yeah, last. This very lastly, and I think this is very important. Try to
Okay.
get good friends to keep you accountable.
Yeah, like Simon and Wei Yong. And me also lah. I don't know why I excluded
We are
myself.
all okay. The three of us are all accountable for each other, lah, huh?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, but that's about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're tuning in on our IGTV and on our YouTube, please, not please lah, I don't want to beg you all, but like do like, share and comment.
Yeah.
Your support, we appreciate it.
Do let us know down in the
some-
comments like what you think about
Yeah.
procrastination.
Some people have been DMing us, and we truly appreciate it. Thank
Yeah,
you so
thank
much.
you.
And then if you're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, we are called the Three Lattes. Follow us, listen to our podcast.
Share.
And like I said again, if you have anything to tell us, just DM us. We're all open.
Yeah, leave us a good review on Apple
our
Podcasts,
accounts. Yeah, all our accounts are public, so you can DM us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So this is us from the Three Lattes Podcast, and we'll see you guys next Monday.
All right. See you guys.
Alright.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.